Hey there, Leo. Welcome to reading for the week of July 3rd, I think. Pretty sure. I don't know. It'll be in the title. You have this card for your current journal energies. It says, don't allow a scarcity mindset to limit your success. You also have this card that says, you're pushing yourself to exhaustion. Enjoy yourself in between all the hard work, which it's crazy to me that every single person has had a card this week that kind of says basically the same thing. It's like all these decks that I'm using this week, they all have something about like needing to take a break, needing to take a rest, needing to, rest, relax, recover, whatever the case may be. So I would make sure that you're, filling your fun bucket. I think there's a short on my channel actually that just got posted where I said something about filling your fun bucket and how, I think we need to balance the two energies out. It's like, if, there's the old saying, work hard, play hard. So, I feel for a lot of you, you need to make sure that you are kind of not just working hard. There might be some good reasons for you to work hard is what I'm getting. Like there might be, again, obviously you're doing it for a reason, but it might be a good reason, like an extra good reason. So I get it, but I also feel like you need to, make sure that you're kind of like, creating some balance, or you're just like balancing things out in your life. You have the Hermit, the Two of Swords, and the Chariot. I do feel like some of you are thinking about like moving or traveling. It's kind of weird. It comes up for you all the time. I mean, you have the Chariot here. You go Chariot, King of Pentacles to the Hangman. You've been just thinking about it. And, I feel like some of you have been where you have always been. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is kind of like a safety zone, comfort zone type of energy. He represents, convention. Convention is the way things have always been done. And the Chariot, he is leaving behind convention. The city behind him is like his city. It's where he's from, but it's all the same. The reason he's leaving is because, everything there is what he has always known. It's what he's always experienced. And now he's going on a journey to set himself apart. He's going on a journey to become unique or, to find his place in the world. And so I always get this for you. You always get the King of Pentacles, but, I really feel a lot of you are kind of like, if you're not moving, it's like you're changing something. You are doing something that is like breaking free from convention. We even see that here on the Two of Swords. She's trying to make a decision between two things when there's actually a better option behind her. That island behind her represents a new option. It represents like a third place. I always say that Two of Swords is my card of a third place solution. And so I feel for a lot of you, it's like there are more opportunities kind of like behind you, not like behind you as in the past, but, she's like just seeing this or that, and she needs to open her eyes and realize that things in life are rarely black and white. Things are rarely, exactly this or that, right? As good as they seem or as bad as they seem or whatever, and that there are other options. You have the Hermit. The Hermit says you've been through a dark night of the soul. I feel like you've done a lot of soul searching. Maybe you've been looking for a lot of answers as well. I really see like a lot of you simplifying your life, which I feel like this has come up for you before, where it's like you could really be, keeping things simple or looking for ways to, make things more simple. I always say that, like, the more I complicate things in my life, the more complicated things get, right? When I could probably just do things, very simply. It's like a perfect example is I have like a crazy setup here that runs all my cameras and everything. It's nice to have, but it's like whenever I travel and just do like one camera, it's like my videos don't do any better or worse. You know what I mean? It's like exactly the same, just having a simple setup. So it's like, really, do I need to overcomplicate things? I need to, because I'm a freaking nerd, right? I need this because I don't know, because I like it, but that's it. That's the only reason. But again, do I need it? Probably not. So it's like and sometimes this thing screws up, like it did a couple weeks ago. So it's like sometimes easier is better. With the Hermit, you have the Judgment card. Yeah, you're waking up to something. You are clearly becoming enlightened to something. You have like 3 cards of enlightenment here. The Hermit has a star in his lantern. The Judgment card is about a wake-up call. And the Hangman, he's gained enlightenment. His head is glowing. And so he finally understands something, like something new for the first time. With the Two of Swords, you have the star. Are you kidding? Definitely gaining enlightenment. I also feel like there's something that you could be focusing on here. The star is about having a North Star. It's about like focusing in a new direction or, paying attention to something here in your life. And so I feel like you need to use your, like, you need something to focus on. I also feel like maybe you need to see the big picture. The star can be a big picture card. Two of Swords can be you focusing on like just a tiny little part of your life. Something, again, if you find yourself like worrying about something that won't matter in like 2 years or something like that, I would let those things go. With the Chariot, you have the Queen of Wands. Definitely time for you to be bold and assertive and to really like put the work into things that you want to see be successful. Next, in the area of what you need to hear right now, you have this card that says, I release negative thoughts about myself and my life. You have this other card that says, when I flow with my energy, I flow with the energy of life. Yes. Again, I feel like you're getting back into the flow, or you need to get into the flow. You have the Knight of Cups here, which could be a knight in shining armor. You have the Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. So there definitely could be an admirer like coming in for you. Could be an earth sign. Could be any sign. General reading. But what I would say here is that really, I feel like that Knight of Cups is about flow because, well, I'll show you. You have the Knight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Strength card, which is your card. But he has this water flowing in front of him on the Knight of Cups, and he just has to plant seeds in that water, and they will grow. So he's standing in the desert, and I always say, like, maybe he thinks because he's in the desert that his seeds won't grow. And, it kind of represents the time that we're in right now, where it's like maybe you feel like you don't have the resources necessary to do something, but if you just planted seeds, you would see that they actually grow because you're in the flow. Being in the flow is doing something regardless of what resources you have, and doing it because your heart is telling you to do it. So I feel like you need to listen to your heart and listen to yourself at this time, and listen to the things that get you excited. That's where success will come from. You also have the King of Pentacles here. Again, there is something here about breaking free from like convention, or breaking free from the way things have always been done. And, I really feel that energy here with the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is a card of success as well. There is something here about you kind of like increasing your earnings. So I feel like a lot of you could be doing that. You have the Strength card. I feel like you've been very patient. I feel like you've been waiting for something for a long time. You've been waiting for this. Page of Pentacles to Seven of Pentacles. That would be like a new opportunity. So some of you maybe have been like looking for a better opportunity to earn money, or just like a new way to make more money. I also do feel that, again, I feel like there are simple things that you could do that would make you a lot more money. You know what I mean? It's like, it's almost like there's something you could do it's like you're already doing it. I don't know. It's like, I feel like there's something you could like add on. It's almost like as if I were to do extendeds, right? It's like, I'm not going to, don't worry. I don't like the idea of extendeds in general. I don't care if people do them. I feel like they should be free to do them, but I personally just am not going to do them, right? But if I did, it would probably be, it's something that I'm already doing, and it would add on a bunch of income, right? And so I kind of get that for you here, where it's like, there's like something that you already do or you've been doing, and I feel like it could make you like extra money. You're gonna have to think about it though. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Ten of Wands here. I feel like you're making something too complicated as well. So it's like, I think something could be a lot easier than you think. I just think you need to break it down into small steps, like especially if you're starting a business or if you're looking to get a new business. It's almost like you're thinking, I feel like you're thinking of like the final big result instead of just thinking like, okay, what's the first step I need to take to make this happen, right? Just take those steps. With the King of Pentacles, you have the Lovers. It would not surprise me if it was an Earth sign coming in for you. Get Earth every single reading that I do for you. And, I don't know. It could be an Earth sign. Could be a Virgo or Taurus. Could be any sign. General reading. But it definitely would not surprise me. I also feel this could just be a new path again, especially like if you've had a job for like 100 years that you've been doing like over and over and over again. The Lovers can be being at a crossroads, knowing that you need to make a change, and you could just be making a change. With the Strength card, you have the Knight of Wands. Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is about being spontaneous. Again, maybe you're stuck in a pattern, or maybe you're just kind of like, maybe you've been doing the same thing over and over and over again because it's a pattern. And I feel for some of you that the Knight of Wands is all about being flexible, being spontaneous, going on an adventure. We are definitely in a time of adventure. You have the Chariot here. I encourage people like to take adventures. These could just be adventures in your mind. So they don't even have to cost money. They don't even have to, it doesn't have to be like traveling. You could just be learning something new, learning something that excites you, that lights you up, because like literally your next card here says, what lights you up? There you go. You have this Answer the Call card. It says, what is your soul calling you to do? The same thing. So, it's like, what gets you excited? People always love to tell me that, they want to be a ballerina, but they have no legs. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, that's going to make it hard for you to be a ballerina, but, there might be something you could do that's related. Maybe you could do videos talking about ballet. So it's like you're kind of doing the same thing, but, just in a different way. And so it's like, yeah, we all have limitations. There might be things that we can't do, maybe we legitimately can't do them, but At the same time, there are ways where we could do what we want. You know, maybe you want to be an astronaut, but there's no way in hell you're going out into space. It's like, well, you could start a YouTube channel talking about space. Again, a time like this has never existed. There's like some dude, I saw some dude who like talks about freaking weather, like Nerd Alert, right? Who talks about weather, and his videos get like millions of freaking views. Millions. I don't even know how much money that is. It's probably a lot of money. So it's like, you know, again, if there's a dude that can talk about clouds and stuff like that, then I don't care what you're interested in. You could talk about it and make a bunch of money. So, you know, what I would say here is there's like no excuse. Even if you don't have legs, it's like, yeah, that sucks. Sorry, sorry about your legs, but, it's time to get to work. You have the Hangman, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. There's definitely could be a love offer coming in for you. Like I said, it might be coming in through like a social circle. You have the Five of Wands here. The Five of Wands is coming up in the area of the good stuff, so it doesn't necessarily have to mean competition, but again, especially since it's showing up in the good stuff. But really, I feel like this reading is more talking about like what lights you up, like that card says. What gets you excited? How can you start working on it today? How can you make something happen? How can you, how can you make something more successful, or how can you do something that's like related to what you're doing? It's funny, I was talking to someone like a long time ago. They like wanted to be a singer, but they were just like kind of like a half-ass singer. They weren't that great, right? And they knew that they weren't that great. And I was like, why don't you just like start like a singer? Like, there's like all these reaction channels of like vocal coaches reacting to songs. I don't like reaction channels either, but I was like, why don't you do it? You could become very successful. It's like there's ways if you are not something, there's ways to like still do it or do something related. And to me, the reason I'm talking about this so much is because I feel like this reading is talking about leverage. We are in a time of leverage where it's like, yeah, you might not be able to do something exactly as you want to do it, but you can. There are probably ways that you can leverage your knowledge and use it. And again, I can't hold your hand through this process. I'm giving you a lot of ideas here, but you're gonna have to figure it out. You have the Page of Pentacles, research. So again, Page of Pentacles is a card of like learning, the card of self-education, the card of studiousness. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to put your thinking cap on, but like if you do it, you will become very, very successful. And there's plenty of free resources that exist out there that could help you become very successful. So, I would get moving. You have the Hangman here. Hangman is a card of being stuck in limbo. So again, I do feel like you have to set yourself free. He's gained enlightenment though, so he's hanging from the tree of knowledge and wisdom. It literally just says that, that the knowledge and wisdom exists for you to be very successful. So I feel like you need to like get moving here. Let's see. With the Hangman, you have the Tower. Yes, or there will be a Tower moment. The Tower to me is not necessarily a bad thing, but again, in a reading like this where we have convention, being stuck, things like that, the Tower just says if you don't make a move, the universe will unstuck you, right? And you don't want that. So get moving. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever you're learning about, this is what it could be right here. Ten of Pentacles. Very successful, a lot of abundance, a lot of good things coming in for you. So, I would definitely get moving here, Leo. I feel like there's a ton of success coming in for you. And this is going to have to do with learning. And again, funny enough, I always say that the Ten of Pentacles is my card of hidden or secret information. Like, it's not really hidden. It's just you have to go look for it. So, now is a time of learning for you. With the Ace of Cups, you have the Devil. It could be a Capricorn coming in. Again, you have every single Earth sign here now. So, definitely looks like Earth energy to me. I would be careful of anyone who's inconsistent. You have the Devil with the, the Knight of Wands with the Devil here. This would be flighty, inconsistent energy. But again, what I would say is, trust someone's actions. It's like, and trust their words as well. It's like I dated two flighty cheaters in a row, right? And I'm not saying this to air my dirty laundry, but it's like, what I learned from that situation? I have to learn everything twice. So every single mistake I make it at least twice, right? And what I would say here is that what I learned from that is both people told me that they were flighty and that they were going to be a cheater right away. I just didn't listen to the words that they said. I didn't pay attention to their actions. I chose to be blind to it, right? So it's like, I think there's no excuse, especially for us adults. It's like, plain and simple, pay attention. You have this card next in the area of the good stuff. It says serious energy. as in the star Sirius, the star cluster. It says bring harmony and balance. You have this card that says blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Yes, I feel like you're like awakening to your true power. I feel like you're awakening to like new opportunities in your life, but they are definitely going to take you out of your comfort zone. I feel like you need to stop looking at something as a loss too. You have the Seven of Pentacles, the Page of Cups, and the Five of Wands. I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is saying, like, you could be looking, if you have a job or a business or whatever, you could be looking at it and saying, like, oh, I put all these years of work into this, and it's a loss if I go to something else. No. I almost just said the F word here, Leo. I almost said fuck on this video. I can't believe it. But anyway, what I would say here is that I feel like there's something that there's some sort of change that you need to make. I feel like you have to like move in a new direction or do something differently, or don't be afraid to leave it's not like you're leaving work behind. I feel like you feel like you are I feel like you feel like you invested a lot into something, and it's like sunk cost fallacy. It's like it's proven that if we feel like we've invested a lot of time into something, or money, or effort, or whatever, that it's more valuable to us because we invested a lot of time to it. But is it really? I feel like this could be like a job that's holding you back, a business that's holding you back, when there could be something much better that wants to come in. You have the Page of Cups, could be a love offer, but again, the Page of Cups can represent a dream. He's got this fish in this cup here. And the fish in this cup kind of represents, an opportunity that he needs to grab onto. So I feel like there could be a big new opportunity coming in for you, and I really feel you need to like take advantage of it. You have this Five of Wands here. Again, normally Five of Wands is conflict or competition, but you always get the Five of Wands for me. I'm always telling you, Indiana Jones, right? If I were you, I would go on some sort of crazy adventure, Leo, because it seems to me like the crazy adventures in your life are where the success is going to come from. This could be an adventure to build something new, do something different. Definitely going to be a mystery as well. It's like the Indiana Jones movies. If you've never seen them, it's always like a mystery. They always have to like figure things out, run through a crazy temple, make something happen, and it seems to me like that's where you're at. Let's see. With the Seven of Pentacles, you have the Three of Cups. Yeah, definitely a celebration coming in for you. I also do feel that this is saying there are people who will support you or who can support you on your journey. There are people who can help guide you, and I feel like you need to kind of like accept the guidance or, start working towards that guidance. With the Page of Cups, you have the Nine of Pentacles here. Sorry, I didn't switch. Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you could be attracting a very independent person. It's like every single sign has had this. I don't know if people are just waking up to like what a good relationship is, but it's like, to me, two independent people who are truly independent, who can truly take care of themselves. To me, two people like that always do very well together. So again, you could be attracting a person who's like that. I also feel this could just be you increasing your finances. There is definitely something here about you growing, really growing your finances or bringing them to the next level. With the Five of Wands, you have the Two of Swords again. So you have the Two of Swords twice. It's like, I feel like you need to move towards some sort of goal, wish, or dream. The Two of Swords is being stuck in a stalemate and not moving towards something you want. But again, maybe you have to do it in a different way. Like all 30 examples that I gave to you in this reading, you're just going to have to do things in a different way. You have this Jug card. We're doing 5 main themes. It says lighthearted, carefree time. Again, it's crazy to me. Every single person has had a card like this. There, in all these decks I'm using, there's like each one has a card that basically says you need to have more fun. And I definitely feel we are in a time where people need to like maybe have more fun or go enjoy themselves or, do things that they do enjoy doing, just to get out of your head, just to, kind of recharge your batteries. You have this Dog Far Away card. It says a distant friend is thinking of you. So again, if you have a person you think is thinking about you, they probably are. I would maybe want to communicate with them or something like that. You have this Eagle card. It says triumph over obstacles. So there you go. I feel like you are going to become successful over some sort of obstacle that's like holding you back here. I feel like this is also saying like you don't need to know all the answers. If the eagle flies very high in the sky, and like part of the eagle medicine is that they can see very far, but they can't see all the way like around the curve of the earth. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like you can see far, but you can't see all the way around the earth. It's like that you don't know. The eagle can see very far, but it doesn't know exactly what's coming, right? But it's just trusting that it's being guided in the right direction, and that's what I feel here. You have this feather. It says, someone you know is undependable and insincere. Yeah, I feel like you need to pay attention to effort as well. Like, especially in a relationship. Again, I've gotten caught up in this where it's like I put in a lot of effort into the relationship, and I'm just a lover, right, Leo? But what I would say is I put a lot of effort in, and then I think like, oh, I'm investing all this, so I care about it. I know my brain is tricking me, right? And the other person like doesn't do a goddamn thing. So what I would say here is it's like, are you matching effort? Are you matching the amount of effort that the other person is putting into the connection, or are they matching it is what I mean. Like, are you putting something in, they're also putting something in? Are they doing as much as you are? And I think I heard someone a long time ago basically say, I don't remember who it was, but they basically said, if you put in as much effort as the other person did, what would happen to the relationship? Meaning, as in, if you did what they did and would it fall apart, or would it stay together? Right? And that's like a good test to know, like, if they're never texting you, if they are never talking to you, if they are always talking to other people, and stuff like that. It's like, if you were to do that, what would happen? Probably fall apart. If something good would happen, or, if they're able to pick up the slack. I'm not suggesting you stop doing things to test this out. Just run the exercise in your brain and say, oh yeah, you can say either, oh yeah, they do put in a lot of effort, or you can say, no, they don't. Then leave, plain and simple. You have this tiger. It says, doing something risky, taking a chance. There is definitely something in all your readings about kind of like taking a risk in business or career. I really see some sort of risk. It could be to move. If you have a business, some of you could be moving the business. You could be, moving where you have your business and things like that as well, which could be very beneficial. You could be just moving so that you can have a business. It's like some states are more friendly than others, plain and simple. And so, that's what I would say here. But looks really good, Leo. I like where this is going. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.